All right, Kiss Army, welcome to the KissFAQ podcast. Thank you for giving us your time today and letting us into your head. I hope we don't do any damage. We're just a bunch of Kiss fans and we talk Kiss. So come along for the ride, you've got nothing to lose. All right, Kiss Army, welcome to the Windy Goat. the KissFAQ podcast. Yesterday, people found out, and it was announced that Kiss is doing some Unmasked anniversary merchandise, so I thought it'd be fun just to do a quick run through the stuff that has been available. Some of it is pre-order, some was available yesterday as an exclusive early access to Kiss Army members, so if you're on the fence about joining up with the Kiss Army, well, first and foremost, you've had early access, and a lot of things will have numbers decreased in availability. So if you're interested and want to get in early to pre-sales, to all other features of the site and other things that are going to be coming, it's an advertisement really for the benefits of joining the Kiss Army. So if that's right for you, go for it. I signed up for it and I'm waiting on my t-shirt and that bundle. So not only for your $50 do you get early access, you get other benefits as well. So free stuff, opportunities to buy stuff, sounds good to me. All right, the Unmasked stuff. 45th anniversary of Kiss Unmasked, released in, 1980. So it was, of course, an album recorded with Anton Fig, ghosting on drums. But the merch, first and foremost, everyone cares about the picture disc. So it's coming bundled with a sweatshirt. I do love that Kiss Unmasked logo on the back of that sweatshirt, but the rest of it I'm not a big fan of. Comes with a sticker that looks a little bit similar to the Polystar sticker that came with that pressing in Japan back in the day. It's a premium jacket wrapped with silver foil, and the silver foil covers really, they should be a selling point on their own. What they've been doing with the Kiss album covers with the silver foil effect is absolutely spectacular. The ones I've seen in person, it just blew my mind. I don't buy them these days because I'm just not into that as a collector, but they've really done a great job making the album covers pop, recreating elements to make them as clear and as perfect in that format as possible. This one's limited to 500 units worldwide. It comes with a double-sided poster, so you can just see on that poster down there some of the elements on the back, which would be the original Unmasked poster that came with the album. And on the back looks like the standard, promo shot from 1980. I can't see a drummer on there. So just remember on this as well, image rights do remain an issue for several of the members of the group. So if you see any weird features with, say, a silhouette of a drummer, well, that generally means that they don't have the rights or they didn't want to use that image, whatever the case. Clearly, for the front of the merch, they've got rights to those original images of the four originals. So there we go. Individually numbered and exclusive here at the Kiss store. So yet another reason to be, checking out Kiss online regularly for new content, new products. If that's what you're into as a collector, let's move on. This is one thing I did buy yesterday when it first became available, and it is the blacklit poster of that glorious illustration. That is the Kiss Unmasked poster. So I got one of these, not for myself, for a friend who's not a member of the Kiss Army. Shame on him. But whatever, I'll take care of him. So blacklit, 24 by 36, limited edition of 500 as well on that product. I thought the price point on that is pretty good. Let's talk about pricing for a second, because everyone bitches about the pricing of product these days. And in case you haven't noticed, if you go outside, everything's more expensive. So it is what it is. If it's right for you, press add to cart. And if not, don't. Easy as that. No one's forcing anyone to buy anything in this life, except insurance. All right, back to the Unmasked stuff. Let's see. I like this item. The air freshener. I still think they stink. Or I still say they stink. You know what? That's outside the box kind of idea. I would have done something else for the back myself, but I'm not the artist or creator. So there's the track listing on it. I may actually get one of those because it is so stupidly kind of quirky. 3 by 5 inches. Air freshener. I bet it stinks. All right, other products. Let's go back to the anniversary group here. Let's go to the regular vinyl. And I think this one's great. If you look back at the original, I think it was 40th anniversary version of this, it came with like a cake sprinkle white vinyl, which I don't think looked good. I thought it was a great idea in concept, but it just wasn't fully realized. So this one again comes with, let's see, this is limited to 2,500 items worldwide, neon yellow and red swirl plus green splatter. So that touches on Mexico and those great releases that were done by Polygram Mexico back in 1980. I lose track of how many different ones of that there were, plus the amount of varieties just from the pressing process. So 2,500, again, exclusive at the Kiss store. The t-shirt. Well, same images that are used on the sweatshirt, but I do like the square grid alignment there on those. Again, they're the illustrations from the cover art. So, design-wise, no issues with it. I think that looks fantastic. What are the details on the cover? This is a custom embossed jacket. So a different variant than what is being done for the high-end picture disc. So great to see the variety. Buy one of each. Oh yeah, which reminds me, let's just go back there for 1 second. Oh hey, you're still here, watching or listening. Why don't you hit that subscribe button or click the like one? And if you want even more, click on the join button on YouTube. Thanks for your support. And I think it was it limited? No, this one is not limited, or maybe that one's about to sell out. But there were limitations on the pre-order yesterday for 1 per, and this one looks like it's got 3 per person. So there we go. Let's go back to the other products if there are any. So that t-shirt's available on its own for $39. Yeah, I'm not going to read you the technical specs on a 100% ring spun cotton t-shirt, but there we go. T-shirt's available on its own. Here's another unmasked tee, and yep, image rights again. See if they got the tour dates right. Well, I can't check those live. I'm not going to either. I'll check those after the fact to see if there's any goofs. Okay. No. Behave. I gotta behave. All right. Palladium shirt. This is the classic. This is the bad boy from that tour, from Eric's first show with Kiss. I may pull the trigger on this one. I mean, I saw my buddy Jonathan wearing one in a photo yesterday, actually, from back in the day in the 80s. So, yeah, that is a great t-shirt, a very special moment. Obviously Peter had left to record Out of Control. Eric Carr made it through the auditions in the final run, beating out Bobby Rondinelli for the drum throne because he could sing, was the Edge. And there he was just a few days later. He signs his contract and pretty much the next day performs at the Palladium. I mean, it's also somewhat sad and melancholy that is how far Kiss had fallen just in a year from the Dynasty era, which was a pretty good tour in terms of numbers, to be debuting, and they could only get a single date at the Palladium, but that's where they were rehearsing, working on staging and getting ready for their European tour. So, Palladium, what's on the back of it? A night to remember, indeed, and not the Titanic. Okay, next product up is another sweatshirt, and yeah, I don't like this one, white, but it is colorful. Just looks a little washed out. That is a woman's sweatshirt, so there you go, ladies, have at it. The sweatshirt that's bundled with the picture disc is available on its own for $81. It's a pretty decent price for band merch. Lightning bolts on both sleeves. Okay, nice touch. Just little attention to detail and additional things that these guys do. Here we go. We're going to go back to my favorite record. Well, not my record in the catalog, but the version of this record in this product. I actually like the record better than the picture disc. So that is the merch that has been available. I think it may not be available now on the US Kiss store, but it has been released to other ones. So check around. If you've got duplicate copies of previous releases that have been done in this format, you may be able to trade if you've missed out on it. Again, these are very limited numbers. Kiss has been very successful with selling out of these picture discs very rapidly. This one didn't have any hints that it was coming. There's good or bad to that, but you know what? I think that they've they're doing a pretty good job of, again, celebrating releases is what Kiss is, and hopefully as a Kiss fan, you celebrate a different release every day of the week. Shut up, Julian. Just go press play and listen to your favorite Kiss right now. We'll be getting ready to celebrate Refocus, Kiss Unmasked on the KissFAQ podcast very soon. Hopefully we'll have the full panel on that show and we can really dig into that album. But for now, get your merch, kissonline.com. Join the KissFAQ YouTube channel. Member perks include exclusive song story demo bites, songs of the moment with contextual introductions, document and merchandise dives, KissFAQ board topic reaction videos, early access to channel content, and hopefully lots more. Click the join button on the KissFAQ YouTube channel or follow this link. Thank you for spending time listening to the KissFAQ podcast today. All sales are final. There are no refunds. If you'd like, look us up on Facebook or come over to the message board and discuss the topics we've broadcast today. Don't forget to hit subscribe wherever you've listened to this show, and a like would very much be appreciated. We hope you'll join us again, but until then, remember, life's a radio. Turn it up to 10.